morning, you guys. Welcome. Monday mat mashup. So we're going to be on the mat this morning, and I just think we're going to do kind of like a tone and flow sequence. Today, we do not need any props. I'm just going to use the mat. We're going to start standing, and that's it. Let's get moving. I just want to start with mobilizing the spine. So let's stand with our feet about hip distance apart, soft bend to the knees, arms go out to the side. You're going to round your spine, look down, and then lift your chest up towards the sky, straightening the legs. Bend and round, and inhale, lift. Scoop and round, and inhale, lift. Big breaths here. That's it. Just going with your breath. Just kind of opening up the spine after the weekend. I don't know if you are like that, but I have some mornings I wake up and I feel so stiff. And that was just this was one of those mornings, so just wanting to mobilize here. Good. Stay where you are. Arms go back out to the sides. You can bring your feet a little bit wider, and we're just going to shift from left to right and left to right. So like you're trying to reach for something off the top of the counter here, just kind of bringing some mobility into the thoracic spine. Left to right. Couple more times, just breathing. Just a lateral translation of the ribs here over top the hips. And we'll go one more time. All right, you can bring those feet even wider if you want, and then we're just going to lift the right arm up overhead, reach your left arm down towards your leg, towards your knee, and then around to the other side. Just bringing in some side stretches here. Just again, mobility to the spine in all directions before we get into our movement. Really ground your feet down into the ground here. As you lift, think of lifting up and over. That's it. Let's just go one more here. You're going to stay here, and I want you to round and just fall down over yourself. Come all the way around to the right side. You're going to lift up. Oops, my necklace. You're going to lift up in that side bend. And then we're going to sort of waterfall down and around to the other side, lifting up in a side bend and down around to the right. And you can bend your knees as you do that if that just feels like you get a little more softness into the spine, if you feel any stiffness, or if that's just too much in your low back or your hamstrings to start out with. I'm going to have to tuck this in. It's getting in my mouth. That's it. A couple more times. Let's go for a full circle. So we come up, lift, around, and down. Waterfall around. Kind of like you're making a windmill with your body here. And let's reverse that 2 more times. Down, around to the right, lift up, around to the left, down, around to the right, lift up, around to the left. Let's not go all the way down. And then let's go ahead and just straighten it back up here. All right. We're going to start with just a little bit of hip mobility. I'm going to turn back to the side so you can see me from the side. I'm going to have my feet in a Pilates V, or first position. So heels together, toes apart. You can have a wall or countertop or the back of a chair near you if you need it for balance here. And we're just going to swing the leg forward and swing it back. And it really is just a swing to start. So you can let your pelvis move a little bit, but I don't want to say too much, because when you go to the back, you don't want to come here, okay? So we're trying to keep the torso lifted and upright, which means the swing of the leg will be less than if we were leaning forward and back. So just swinging, and you can hear me, my foot brushing the mat as I come through center. That's it. And you don't have to hold on to anything if you have that balance. My mat is squishy, so it makes it extra challenging. Good, let's go for 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. Now, On that same leg, we're just going to bring it behind, cross it behind the right leg, tiny little curtsy here, and then bring it out to the side. So kick it out to the side. And I'm going to go back to a profile view for you. And little bend and kick. You're kicking it out sort of to a 45-degree angle from you. So to the side and front slightly. And slide. So just think of swinging the leg nice and easy. That's it. We'll take this for 5 more. 4, 3. Keep maintaining that nice upright posture. Last one. Good. Let's take it to the other side. Swinging the right leg forward and back. Remember that you're in a turnout here. So as you swing that leg forward, you're drawing your inner thighs up towards you. Yeah? So you shouldn't be too much in the quads. By turning our leg out there, we get more, into the psoas, right? Which is a constant sort of controversy, whether it's a hip flexor or not. I would tell you, definitely plays a part in that, but it's an important just muscle to be working. Let's put it that way. All right, let's cross back, little curtsy, and kick out to the side in the front. That's it. Good job, you guys. Just swing and kick. Little curtsy. You can see I'm not going for a crazy lunge back there. Just a little bit to get the body to open, start to move, right? Kind of lube up the hips, warm up the legs for deeper bends coming after this. Let's take it for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Shake it out. All right. Now we're going to just take it into some squats with a little bit of balance. So we're going to have our feet parallel facing forward. Let's go hip width apart. You can just bring your hands to a prayer or clasped in front of you. You're going to sit it back. Make sure these knees are traveling over your mid-foot. Lift up. Now when you lift up, let's come onto the left leg. Bring the right knee up. Your right foot can tuck right into that left leg, and then twist, step it back down, and squat. We're going to alternate sides here, and I'm thinking to myself, I should have stepped onto the floor instead of my mat. So I've got an extra balance here. Down and up. Little pause at the top as you lift and twist. So you make sure that you've got control over the movement. Good. And lift. As you lift, you're really squeezing here that right glute, pressing the hip forward, squeezing the left glute, pressing the left hip forward. That's it. Good. You've got it. If you guys can squat down farther than me, go for it. There's no restriction there. If, on the other hand, you find that your knees are a little cranky and they don't like that, just come here. Small little bend, right? So you're still working through the glutes and you're still working through that balance challenge. Let's take it for 4, 3, 2, I fell on that one, and 1. Good. Now spread your legs nice and wide, and I want you to sit back into that right hip. We're just going to rock back and forth between the right over to the left. I really want you to try and sit back. Yeah, that's it. So this is going to give us a little bit of stretch through the inner thighs, which for me are really tight. I just have tight hips, tight legs in general. That's it. You can have your hands on your hips if you prefer. I just like my hands here. Sitting it back and stretch. That's it. Just take it for 4 more. And 2 more. That was our last one. Now I want you to come back over to the right side. We're going to bring all of our body weight into this right leg. So I'm going to come up onto my left toes. Now I'm going to lift this leg up and down, up and down, up and down. We'll go 5, 4, 5. I'm going to step it wide. Woo! I'm going to surf on my mat. And then I'm going to come over to the left side, up onto my right toe, and I'm going to go 5, 4. Try and stay low. 3, 2, 1. Step it wide. And here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step wide. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step wide. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Step wide. And 5, 4. Stay seated back there for 2, 1. And walk it in. Good job. My mat shift there around on me. Okay, I'm going to just face profile to you, side view. Situate the feet so they're just sit bones apart. Sit back just a little bit. Okay, it's not a squat. It's just a little sit back and hinge forward of the torso. You're going to come up onto your left toes. Your left arm goes back. So our arm and leg is going to move in opposition to each other here. Okay? And you can drag your foot along the floor in both directions, as if you had, like you could have a glider, right? Or your sock on the hard floor, okay? Or you can go toe, toe, and toe. And when you're ready, if you want, you're going to try and do that in the air. Okay, so bringing it more focused onto the balance and working that right hip, woo, and glute. And there, I needed that wall next to me. That's it. We'll take it for 4, 3, 2, on 1, we stay here. We're going to teeter-totter by levering over our standing leg. Lift back up. We teeter-totter over for 5. And I've got my hand on that wall because either I need to stand off of the mat, take my hand off the wall, or I'll stay here for our flow and just keep a little handhold there on the wall. Last 2. That's it. Last 1. Beautiful. Lift it all the way up. Left leg. Here we go. We go back and forward. Back and forward. Keep going, you guys. I just wanted to flip around so you can see me a little bit better. Back and forward. Bring it up into the air if you can. That's it. There we go. Coordinating the movement of the arm in opposition to the movement of the leg. Whew. Good. Let's take it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Lever over, straightening into the left leg, and lift up. We go for 5. Levering and lift up. Try and keep this right hip down so it's facing the floor and it's not opening out to the side. For 3, 2 more, 1 more. Beautiful. All right. Come to the back of your mat here, and I want you to just fold forward, bring your hands down to the mat, walk yourself out, bringing the knees down, and then sit it back into a child's pose here. So sit into a child's pose. Now in your child's pose, you're going to tuck your toes underneath you. Reach your hands really far forward with long straight arms. And we're about to lift up into a plank here. Ready? We lift up and back, up and back. Up and back. That's it. Keep going. I had to see where we are at. Oh, there we are with time. Up and back. Let's go for 10 more seconds here. Last 5. Last one, we hold our plank here. Bring your right knee across to your left elbow. Lower down towards the mat. Lift up and put it back behind you. Left knee comes across. Lower down, lift up, and step back. Right knee, down, up, and step. Left, down, up, and step. Right, down, up, and step. Keep going. Notice I'm not bending my elbows. I'm lowering the hips and then lifting the hips. Down and up. That's it. Down and up. Couple more on each side. You've got it. Let's take it for 15 more seconds. You're in the last 5 seconds here. See if you can get 2 more in. Last one. Stretch back to a down dog, so lift your hips up. Press your chest back towards your shins and try and get your heels to the mat. Beautiful. All right, you guys, come down onto your right hip. So down on the right hip and the right elbow, we're going to lift and lower this left leg. Up and down, up and down. So bringing it down to a little bit of side leg work here. I got to keep my eye on our timer because the time goes so fast. And I'm like, 20 minutes. And now I'm like, oh, we need an extra 10, guys. Okay. All right. Slide it forward, quad over quad. Lift and lower. As you're here, pull your hip back and reach out through your heel. So keep the back of this leg nice and long and reaching, and make sure your pelvis isn't getting pulled forward. Turn your toes down, heel up. Little lifts here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toes up, heel down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg comes long. Hand behind your head. Here we go. Elbow to knee and reach. Elbow to knee, reach for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Beautiful. Come onto your back. Lie it down. Put your feet down. We're going to stretch out that hip. So cross your left leg over your right knee, and we're just going to lift it up and lower down for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Careful not to pull on the head for 1. Lower it all the way down, head stays down. Bring the legs up, and we're going to just curl that pelvis up and back towards us for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Beautiful. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders up again, resting the right foot down. Reach your right arm through your legs, and we're going to lift off towards that left side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your left foot down, and before we go into the other side, bring your hands behind your head, bring your legs straight up towards the ceiling, turn them out, and we're going to crisscross the legs, one heel over the other, alternating. Really lift up, look through your thighs or up towards your knees, and your legs only go so low as you can keep your pelvis in a neutral position. So mine are kind of high, but that's just where we're at. You guys, we're going to be at 20 minutes already right now. So, I am sorry, but we're going to just finish this out. Give me 5 more minutes here, not in this position, but 5 more minutes. Pull your knees in and turn around to your left side. Don't worry, we'll do the abs on the other side, but we're gonna do our side first here. So I'm gonna turn to face you. We're gonna lift and lower, keeping this leg parallel. So I'm just restarting my little timer. If it wants to restart, doesn't want to. There we go. Lift and lower that right leg, keeping it parallel. So notice it's not turned out here. I can't go quite as high, but I'm really trying to target that glute med. Keep your bottom side lifted. We'll take it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it forward, quad over quad. Keep going. That's it. Lift and lower. We'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toes down, heel up. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toes up, heels down for 10, 9. Keep pulling your hip back. That's it. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that hip back in line with you, hand behind the head. Go elbow to knee for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. All right, now turn it back over to your back again. Cross your right leg over your left knee, hands behind the head. We go head down and then just fold forward and back and forward. Good. So hopefully here you're getting a little stretch in that right hip as you work through the abdominals. Let's take it for 3 more. And 2. Last one. Head comes down, hips lift up and back, and up and back. So it's a tiny little lift of the tail off of the mat, like you're trying to curl your tail back up and over you. Hopefully you got a little deeper of a stretch here. You can still have your hands behind your head, or they can go long by your sides, however you prefer. Just try and keep those shoulders from rounding forward. So I like my hands actually back instead of down. Last 2. Last 1. Sorry, we did more on this side. Reach your left arm through your legs and you're going to lift and curl up and off to that right side. Little crisscross here. We go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head goes down again. Bring your knees up to a tabletop position. Cross your ankles. Small bend of the knees now, not completely straight legs. And we're just going to go little lifts. And you know what? Let's all bring our hands behind our head here, keeping the shoulders glued to the mat. Little lifts. It's like a lift and a stamp of the feet up towards the ceiling. Little lifts. We go for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Uncross and recross in the other way. Take it for 6, 5, 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Bend your knees and bring your feet down onto the floor. Good job, you guys. All right, I want you to turn over onto your belly. Here we go. And we're just going to lift the upper body, hands stay glued to the forehead, and lower down. We lift and lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. On 5, hold it here. Open the arms to a T. Bring them back to the forehead. Lower down. Lift up. Open. Bring them back to your forehead. Lower down. For 3. For 2. On one, we stay up. We open and bring the arms back towards your sides like you're going to go rock it out somewhere to the front of you there. Open to a T and then reach to your feet. Open to a T and reach to your feet. Every time you reach to your feet, you want to try and lift your heart a little bit higher. Anchor those legs down into the ground. Point through the toes nice and strong. Pulling your kneecaps up, quads are tight. Everything is lifting. And your glutes are tight. We reach to our feet and open to a T. We take it for 5 and 4 and 3. You guys are almost done. 2. Last one. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring it up to your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes underneath you and just lift into a nice little down dog here. Keeping your heels on the floor and then lift the heels up, trying to get the hips higher and the chest lower and closer to your shins. Heels go down and lift, down and lift. You can bend your knees here if you need to. Down and lift. Let's walk it out. One knee bends and then the other. Keeping those hips nice and high behind you. Pressing the chest open. Stretching through the backs of the shoulders. This is a wonderful position to sort of counteract. You can walk your feet in, you guys, and slowly roll up. So I wanted to say it's a wonderful position to counteract sort of all of the forward folding that we tend to do during the day if we sit at a desk or we work on a computer. And I feel like I'm always saying that now. But all right, you guys, thanks again, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye. Thanks for moving with me, you guys. If you liked this workout, give it a thumbs up as that helps out the channel, and don't forget to subscribe so you get a notification each time I upload a new video. If you're interested in more full-length workouts or live classes each week, come over to my website at goneadventuring.com. Join us. Let's do this together from home at any time, from anywhere. I'll see you soon. Bye.